High-angle camera movements are used to set the scene or show the powerlessness of the character in the shot. This opening montage sets the scene by quickly flashing high shots of the city. This next scene shows how powerless that Romeo feels after he has killed Tybalt. After Romeo and Juliet's death, the camera looks down on them and slowly reveals the saddening scene. This high angle is used to both show us the full picture and to symbolize how fragile both characters are. Many high angles are used throughout the movie. They are often showing the powerlessness of the character, and by doing so can also emphasize the role of religion. These shots depict how the characters are powerless to the will of God, especially in the shot where the viewer looks down from the top of the statue of Jesus. Eye-level shots are seen as neutral and help the audience relate to the character in the shot. In the audience's first encounter with the feud between the Montagues and the Capulets, everything is shot at eye level. This encourages the viewer to connect with the characters from both parties. It also helps the viewer feel the fear of the Montague group and the anger of the Capulets in the scene. The use of eye-level shots in this scene helps the viewer connect to the inner thoughts of the characters within the scene. It depicts Romeo's want for peace between their two families and shows his hope that Tybalt will accept this peace. It also shows Tybalt's confusion that quickly becomes rage aimed at Romeo. It also shows the feelings of the other people in the scene by switching from person to person. This raises the tension of the scene because the viewer can tell by the looks on their faces that something is going to go wrong in the near future.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me! Turn and draw! Turn and draw! Turn and draw!
Dutch tilt shots, or canted shots, are used to create a feeling of unease, or also to show the disturbed point of view of someone under the influence of drugs or in an action shot. In this scene, when the camera focuses on Tybalt, the image is tilted to the side and very shaky. The tilt of the camera shows both the instability of Tybalt's anger and simulates the impact of Romeo's car with his own. So, not only does this camera angle depict the emotion of the character in the shot, it also shows that the cars crashed into one another without having to actually show it in a wide shot. Even though only 3 of the 6 different camera angles were described in this movie, the other 3 were picked out and labeled throughout. Camera angle can tell the viewer many different things, such as the emotional state of the character, how the character is seen by other characters, and where the movie is set. All of these things immerse the viewer in the story and make them connect with the various characters. In this movie especially, camera angles really help the viewer understand the inner feelings and thoughts of the characters on screen. It often helps the viewer interpret what is happening in a scene, which is very helpful since the often confusing original dialogue is used in the movie.